Let me just say, Mr. Webster would like to be recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, because I think it's important that we at least talk about the policy here at some point in time of why this would be a bad move to concur with the Senate amendment. What's wrong with it? And I'm going to give you one thing. It's from my perspective. I don't know how many of you have filled one of these out for 35, 40 years. Probably nobody at the table has. I have. It's called a 941 Quarterly Federal Report. Every small business has to fill these out every quarter. That's the important thing, every quarter. This form has not changed in years and years and years. It makes it a little simpler when that takes place. Now, in here, under the Paperwork Reduction Act notice, it says this: record keeping, 13 hours and 59 minutes. Learning about the law, 47 minutes. Preparing, copying, assembling, sending the form to the IRS, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Now, for whatever reason, maybe the Senate, maybe none of those 89 senators or whoever voted for this has ever filled one of these out before. Maybe they haven't.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad if they haven't, because they ought to read the forms that they produce. This is it. And so here we have now 14, 15 hours worth of work to do this. Every small business, millions and millions of businesses. Now, what's going to happen? The law only lasts 2 months, not 3. Every quarter is January, February, March. And if they were doing anything that was constructive, they would have only done it for a particular quarter, not for 2 months. Now there's going to have to be extra lines on here, and you're probably going to get 2. They don't know whether we're going to extend it or not after the 2 months. So all of these small businesses are going to be held in jeopardy, not knowing what form to fill out. You know when these are mailed out? The month before. So at the end of February, they're going to mail out form. But then again, they may mail out another form. They mail out this one, they may mail out another one. And I'll tell you this, it's wrong. What you're doing to small businesses in this Senate amendment is wrong. You are hurting them desperately. I've had a business for 50 years. We're a third generation. We do our own work. It's a small business. There are millions of us out there, all over the country. Are they tired of this kind of stuff where you just all of a sudden, poof, here's your form, but we don't know if this is your form. It may be another form, and one of them may have 10.4%. Another one may have 12.4. And we may have to fill out 2. And maybe we'll have to read the law. And maybe it won't take us just 47 minutes. Maybe it'll take it a couple hours. Maybe it'll take us 28, 30, 40, 50 hours to keep the records. And maybe it'll take us about 3 or 4 or 5 hours to fill it out. Small businesses don't have that kind of time to spend filling out federal forms because a Congress failed to take into consideration what they do. Why? Because, we want to argue about the process. The Senate did this, and 89 of them voted for it, so it must be right. It's not right. It's wrong. And the reason it's wrong is because it hurts millions and millions of small businesses who are going to have to live within this. Sorry, but this is a bad, bad amendment, and it's a bad idea to concur.